As we told you at the top of the broadcast, attorneys for the gunman in the Tops mass shooting are asking the federal court to spare their client from the death penalty. The motions were filed this week in Western New York District Courts.
To talk more about this, right now we are joined by former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn. John, thanks for coming in this afternoon. So first, what do you make of these motions? Are you at all surprised?
No, they're typical. Anytime you have a case of this magnitude, whether it's a state court or federal court, the defense attorneys are always going to have numerous pretrial motions. So that's the phase that they're in right now. You have, the arraignment phase, which is the initial phase. Now you're in a pretrial motion phase before you get to trial. So this may not be the end of it either. This may be like round one of many more motions to come.
What else is out there? I mean, I guess attorneys for their client can do whatever they want and file whatever they want in order to try to get the judge to see another punishment, anything different from the death penalty. So they can file things like they filed for this one. And one of them is, their argument is that he was 18 at the time of the crime, and so his brain is still developing at that time. I've seen that argued in other death penalty cases as well for people who are younger. Those are rarely successful.
Correct. It happened in the Boston Marathon case.
Exactly.
Again, the defense team is going to throw literally the kitchen sink at this case. Anything they can think about. And remember, it's not automatically going right to sentencing right now. So, at the end of the day, they're trying to save his life. But before you get there, even though he pled guilty in state court, with my office, they still have to go through that phase of the federal crime as well before they get to sentencing.
So part of their argument was that they are redundant, that the state case, he's already pleaded guilty to it, he's already been sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, plus 90 years, all these things. They said that's already happened at the state level, and doing it at the federal level is redundant. So, Your Honor, you should save our client's life. What about that argument? These are different.
It's novel. It's very novel. This is very unusual, and I've said it before. It's unusual in the sense that the majority of times where you have a mass shooting like this, the state is only going to handle the actual murder charge. And then the federal government will handle the terrorism charges, the hate crimes, et cetera, et cetera. In New York, in our case, we actually had a statute that covered the hate crime and the terrorism. So the charges are almost exactly the same. So this is a very unique case here. But again, the defense team is going to do whatever they can to delay this, to drag it out, and to save their client's life.
Well, that was my next question. With these motions, you mentioned this is the phase that we're in right now. Does that slow things down?
Absolutely. But again, it slows things down not differently than any other case. Every case of this magnitude, you're going to have pretrial motions. You're going to have everything that a defense lawyer, a good defense lawyer, is going to do, like in this case right here, to file every motion they can think of to do what's in the best interest of their client. And again, that naturally slows things down.
New York is not a death penalty state, but certainly the federal government, as exemplified in this case, is. At least that is the request from the Department of Justice. But at the same time, as they're pursuing that death penalty, they also can get in there on what their expectations are for sentencing and how long. You brought up the Boston Marathon bomber, for example. 2015, almost 9 years ago, all of this was settled for that young defendant who was under 21 at the time of his crime. And yet we are still waiting as a country for justice to be served in that case, for the death penalty to be carried out 9 years later. Even though all this has already been done, why does it take so painstakingly long in this country if the court system has already made the decision?
Appeals. As simple as that. If you think that these pretrial motions are going to delay the trial, what do you see about the delay after the fact? If he's found guilty, if he's then sentenced to death afterwards, there will be appeal after appeal after appeal that will drag the death penalty phase of this out way longer than the phase we're in right now.
For anyone at home who may be unfamiliar with the system, what happens next after attorneys file motions?
well, then the prosecutors will have a chance to respond to them, which they will. They will then be argued by the parties, all right, in front of the judge. The judge will then make rulings on all the motions. There will perhaps be, like I said before, further motions after that, which will then be argued, ruled upon by the judge. At the end of the day, once this pretrial phase is all over, then it'll be time for trial. But again, this is going to take a while.
Do you think that some of this stuff, because unfortunately in this country we are faced with these court cases from mass shootings or attacks or what have you, domestic terrorism, whatever you like to call it, but they take so long. They take so much of the court's time. They take so much resources from courts at all kinds of different levels. Meanwhile, you have 10 families in this area that are waiting to get into their civil lawsuit, and this is having an impact on that. It seems like there should be a more efficient way for something that we sadly deal with in this country far too often.
Well, I mean, it's efficient, Dave, in the sense that, you know, there's going to be a tight scheduling order here by the judge. But you have to remember here, you know, while it's awful and it's heart-wrenching what we had to go through, the loss of 10 lives, at the end of the day here, they're trying to take the government an 11th life. And so in order to ensure that the 11th person here has due process, has all the rights that he is entitled to, it takes time, unfortunately. And that's just inbred in our system.
That's something we're going to have to wait to see how it all unfolds. Former Erie County DA John Flynn, thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
Thanks, John.